Hey guys, I'm Jay Harales and today I'm gonna show you how to make a hardstyle kick. And this, guys, is my studio. This is the place where the magic happens. It is actually my bedroom. I'm kidding. The processor on this computer is a old 2012 Pentium. It is not a great thing, but it does the trick, I think. You don't need to have a very powerful hardware in order to make something interesting. I'm gonna show you the project. Oh wait, there is something dark going on here, but don't worry. Okay guys, the first thing I'm gonna show you is my effect chain. My 909 comes from Drumesen, and I use Venom as my main distortion unit because I don't have Logic with distortion, and I think Venom does the trick. Okay, now I'm gonna show you what I have in my effect chain, starting with some EQing, a very aggressive distortion, the second EQing boosting the 700 and cutting the low end in order to reset the symmetry of the waveform, and after that more distortion with Venom, more EQing, more distortion, some more EQing, more distortion. Nothing special going on here, but feel free to reverse engineer the effect chain. Okay guys, the most important thing in the effect chain is the multiband processing I have here. I split the signal coming from the first channel in 3 different bands using a linear phase EQ in order to avoid phase problems. I have nothing going on in the low end. For the mid, I have distortion, reverb, and an EQ. For the high end, the treatment is more complex. I have distortion, reverb. I also have more EQing, and the most important thing is the phaser. It's very important to phase the high end in order to make it sound fuller. More distortion and more EQing. The 3 channels are collected by the group channel, and in the group channel I have EQing, more reverb, more distortion, and some more EQing. Notice that I have some automations controlling the volume of the different bands and the frequencies on the group EQ in order to create some movement in the character. Now I'm gonna talk about the bass of the kick, about the waveform. Most of people use the bass coming out of the first stages on the effect chain. This is the signal from the first channel of the effect chain with a low pass. But for the kick, I'm gonna use a overdriven 909 because it's my favorite kind of waveform. It sounds so cool. And now I'm gonna show you how to do the sound. It's very simple. All you gotta do is overdrive the signal and boost some of the bass. Okay guys, now I'm gonna show you how to create attacks. The attack consists in 2 parts, the tick and the talk. The tick are the initial milliseconds of the kick, is nothing, and the talk is the body of the attack. You can see the layering. Okay, now I'm gonna show you the process of the creation. This sound is a sample from the character created in the effect chain. What I do is play with the pogo knob, the move knob, and the pitch knob to achieve the tick sound. And I do something similar with the talk sound, and then I put an envelope to make it shorter. Now I'm gonna show you the processing. This is the tick and this is the talk. A group with the two signal, and this is for parallel compression, also called New York compression. Okay, some EQing on the tick, removing the low end and resonating this area. The EQing in the talk is more resonated than the tick, and clip distortion on both parts. In the group, more EQing, resonating around 700, and more distortion. And now the parallel compression. I use Camel Crusher to distort and compress. Now that we have the attack, it's time to layer it and create a punch. Sounds like that. Now I'm gonna explain how it's made. We have the attack I created earlier, a growly sound to create that hollow illusion, and a 909. You can see the waveform here. You can see that this is the sample of the character again, and I'm gonna explain the processing. An EQ resonating on the mid frequencies on the attack, on the hollow too, to fill the growly sound with white noise. We use a extreme distortion and EQ to resonate it even more, and finally we drown the sound in reverb to give that echo, that hollow feeling, and finally just the 909. Now I'm gonna process the punch as a whole to make it cut through the mix. It's very challenging to achieve that sound. So I'm gonna show the processing so you guys can learn how it's made. First of all, an EQ resonating even more certain frequencies. After that, more distortion, another EQ resonating, stereo imager, putting some frequencies in mono to make it cut through the mix even more, and then a brick wall limiter to make it very loud. And this is the final punch. I'm gonna show you the waveform. Now it's time to kick layering. This used to be the most complex step in the kick creation, but this time is very simple. This is a very simple example which I'm gonna show you. We have here the punch, an automation of the punch river, a growly sound, the character, and the bass. I'm gonna show you the processing. We have this EQ on the punch is doing nothing. It's just to avoid some latency problems. The river of the punch, you can see it's automated. The character with only some reverb, the bass with a low bass, and the growly sound. You can see it's resonating. And finally, I'm gonna show you what is in my master channel. I have a master EQ, cutting the low end so the bass is tight, very annoying frequencies, and the very high end. A stereo imager, putting the low end in mono, also inflator, just a tiny bit, and a limiter.
When I spent the summer on you, when I spent the summer on you.